between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. Think of all the offensive juggernauts you had on this field. I mean, Jim Kelly, Thermal Thomas, not to mention Andre Reed, James Lofton, John Elway, his band of receivers. Well, now that I've said all that, who would have believed that the only two guys to reach the end zone today were Carlton Bailey and Gary Kubiak? That's why they play these silly games. Orchard Park, New York, where the Bills are 33-3 the last 4 years. Honorary Captain O.J. Simpson against your former teammate Randolph Charles Gradishar. And Gradishar would have loved hits like this by land and by sea and by air. It was a defensive struggle. Nobody played better than Cornelius Bennett. Biscuit. Watch as Elway steps up in the rush. And who was there? Number 97, Cornelius Bennett. And then Bruce Smith got in the act, Tommy.
Yeah, you see the full package he offers, the speed here as he goes around Harvey-Salem, and then the strength, bringing John Elway down with one hand.
Scoreless first quarter. Early second now. First and 10 for the 35. Play action. Elway going deep for Vance Johnson. It's picked off by Kirby Jackson at the 2. Or is it, Tom?
Not.
Well, you say no. Why don't we ask the man, the only man that can truly determine?
After further review, we have a reversal. The pass was incomplete.
So the pass was incomplete. So we know it's second down because that was the first. No, it's fourth down. No, it's first down. No, wait a minute. No, it's fourth down. No, Dan knows it's second down. No, guys, is it third down? Hey, guys.
It'll be second down, 10.
I have a 6-year-old daughter that could have figured it out faster than that officiating crew. Wade Phillips did a great job on his defense today. Watch DS. Dennis Smith punish Thurman Thomas. And Steve Atwater, the other Pro Bowl safety, nails James Lofton. Now watch Ron Holmes deflect the pass, and a nose tackle played a great game, Greg Cragen.
We always wanted to switch Cragen to wide receiver.
Well, now Dan has something to think about in the offseason. Big plays taken away. Elway tried the little passes. Steve Sewell had a big game. Caught 7 passes for 78 yards, including this one for 21 yards. Then Elway again dumps to Sewell. He has a convoy running deep into Buffalo territory. Denver was in Buffalo territory often in the first half. However, Dan Reeves watched David Treadwell star in the role of Scott Norwood. It is no good from 47. From 42, it is doink. And from 37, it is doink. Denver has seen field goals hit uprights in big games before. Treadwell's 3 missed field goals kept the score scoreless at the end of the first half. Ominous skies. Second play of the third quarter, a critical play. Elway forced to run. Dr. Sack Leon Seals falls on his leg. Came up sore with a bruised thigh. So on the sideline, the veteran Gary Kubiak had to warm up, and Elway stayed in for a while. Second and 10 from the 19. Back to pass. No, it's deflected by Jeffrey. Carlton Bailey gets it. He escapes Elway's tackle. It's a touchdown. And the Bills have struck. It's 7-0. And why did Elway throw the ball, Joe?
Well, they couldn't do it on offense, Chris. So they're doing it on defense. This time, Jeff Wright got fooled before on the middle screen. He says, watch this. He goes right by Dave Waddell. He makes the move inside. Aha. You think you got me? No, you don't. It's a screen. I got you. Carl, you take it. You go. John, you can't catch him. Yes. Touchdown!
Joe, calm down during these highlights. Elway was not able to continue. He had to leave 11 for 21. So enter the veteran Gary Kubiak to Ricky Nattil at the 30. And it's a bubble. But the Bills recover it. Or do they, Joe? They got the replay.
We have instant replay. No, we don't have a review. Why do we even have instant replay?
The drive continues. Calm down, Joe. Kubiak, DeShanachuk, pretty looking pass. 13 yards and a first down. 4th and 11. To Michael Young, it's 10 yards, but the Bills take over on downs. Jim Kelly struggled all day. His favorite receiver, Keith McKellar, caught 3 from the tight end spot. This is a 28-yarder. And now it sets up guy who's been Mr. Reliable in these playoffs, Scott Norwood. 4 for 4 for field goals. And it's a lead for the Buffalo Bills of 10-0, the 44-yard field goal. Kubiak undaunted. Vance Johnson at midfield. Then with 2 minutes to go on 2nd and 5, Kubiak to Johnson. He intercepts a pass. It looks like it's intended for Michael Young. Good thing they're both on the Broncos. Once again, Kubiak to Johnson, and it's 7 yards. Next play, number 8 calls his own number, and number 8 gets 6. The extra point makes it a 10-7 game, under 2 minutes to go. You know what's coming. Could Kubiak pull a John Elway? Here's the onside kick. And what an onside kick it is, and Steve Atwater recovers for Denver. They're in business. Minute 38 to go. They trail at 10-7. Arv knows what's facing him. But on the first play, Kubiak Steve Sewell hits a fumble. Kirby Jackson forces it and recovers it, and the Bills are saved.
Yeah, Steve Sewell's done an outstanding job of running after he's made the catch. Here, he doesn't really have a chance to turn and plant himself. Kirby Jackson makes the hit and the fumble. Unfortunate for Sewell because he's had an outstanding playoff series, Chris.
Denver would have one last shot, although they would have to go just about the length of the field in a matter of seconds. There's one pass with 9 seconds to go. Kubiak, he needs John's cannon here. Doesn't have it. Throws to midfield to Vance Johnson. His 8th catch for 104 yards, but it's over. Barb Levy going to the Super Bowl 2nd straight year. Steve Sewell thinking about what might have been. Gary Kubiak start in his final game. And Carlton Bailey, the unlikeliest of heroes for the Buffalo Bills, who didn't look pretty on offense, but got it done at Rich Stadium. They have defeated the Denver Broncos 10-7 to win their 2nd straight AFC championship. After the game, Andrea Kramer with one of the unlikeliest of heroes.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Along with the offensive hero of this game, what are you doing scoring offensive touchdowns? Actually, Carlton Bailey, they call you Mongo because you're supposed to have such terrible hands. What are you doing getting into the end zone with an interception for a touchdown?
I grabbed it. I couldn't believe I had it. And then after that, the only thing I was thinking about was getting into the end zone. I knew that if I was to allow John Elway to tackle me, there'd be no way I could come back into this locker room because the guys would say, how in the world could you let a quarterback tackle you? So the only thing I was thinking about was really getting into the end zone.
I'm as disappointed as that as I didn't make the tackle because our defense had been playing so well that, no telling. I don't know where we were, 14, 15-yard line, somewhere in there, that if I could have made the tackle, no telling what would have happened.
So we expected to come in here and win. We felt that Houston was better, than Buffalo, and I'll say it now. We felt Houston would have been was going to be our toughest game. We got past Houston, we would beat Buffalo. We always play well against Buffalo. We match up well, and I still feel the same way.
You do miss them sometimes. Nobody's perfect. As much as you try or strive for perfection in practice, you're not perfect. You're human.
We do have some unfinished business coming off the field. Just thought about how great a chance, God gave us to get back in the Super Bowl, and I won't smile until after the game over a couple of weeks from now.
The difference, we told you in the first half that Denver lived in Buffalo territory all 6 times they had the ball. They were in Bills territory. The bad news, 3 times they had to punt. 3 times, normally pretty reliable, Treadwell missed field goals. So after all that, they couldn't outlast the Bills.